always interesting to see how certain fighters adapt and see sort of the sunset of this damage patch, which, you know what, I've really loved, right? We've seen so many knockdowns, a lot of really exciting fights, big comebacks. So might be sad to see it go, but excited to see what replaces it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And you know what's crazy, man? The one good thing about VR boxing is we get underway. Let me go ahead and let you guys know. TESCO is in the yellow trunks. VEKTILE rocking the grays. TESCO in those classic Kronk gym colors. And as all things change, bro, we got a lot of things changing here in the Discord. Kronk Gym going to be rebranding pretty soon. Can't wait to see what the guys cook up with. Yeah, we got a lot of changes coming in the chat. So it's going to be some new things happening, but we all on the same day with TESCO versus VEKTILE. TESCO starting off very strong as usual. VEKTILE looking pretty spry, and I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how this match concludes. It's been a great series so far.
Absolutely. And, you know, the style might be changing, but the, you know, the fighting skills are definitely not dulled. TESCO here doing some great work in round one, really working the jab. And, you know, impossible not to mention, right, what we're following up night before.
Of course.
Amazing fight between Canelo and Crawford. And the reason I bring it up, right, is you know, obviously for the clickbait, but really, I want to see how, you know, some of our fighters are inspired. I feel like we're going to have a lot of, you know, people either trying to imitate the styles or at the very least, like, you know, fired up from watching that fight last night.
Oh, they're going to bring the heat for sure, bro. We were in the Discord chat last night, hamming it up. When I tell you, man, I was rooting for Crawford. I was worried that Canelo would have the power to kind of take him down. Similar to the fight we got going on here, TESCO starting off really strong with some good power of himself. That boy VEKTILE showing the ugly face, getting pieced up left and right. TESCO having an absolute field day in this first round.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of, like, kind of slugging it in there and not getting knocked out, but you can definitely tell TESCO's getting the advantage out of these exchanges. This fight, though, right now reminds me much more of that Mbili fight, right, where it's just two fighters, you know, smashing it in up close. And, you know, I'm excited to see if this is going to be like that where it goes the distance or if we're going to see some knockdowns like I expected from that fight.
Look, we are in this new damage system, like you said, Solly, so it's been very good for us, mostly because it's just been a very nice balance patch. Good mix of offense, good mix of new defensive tools, but a lot more action. And so we have seen in the last couple of streams a lot of these fights kind of go just like TKO after TKO after TKO. You know, round 1-for-1 comes to a close. VEKTILE making it out of that first round, but not without a few lumps, bro. Not without a few lumps.
Yeah, the question's really going to be, was that a 10-9 round or did TESCO do enough damage there to make it a 10-8? Did not see the ugly face on him very often, if even at all. Definitely saw it a few times on VEKTILE. So, yeah, you know TESCO's getting the exchange. And you know, too, once he hits those stuns, he's not that worried about the anti-spam system. So he's just going to continue to rip other shots, even if they don't get the knockdown.
Yeah, man, and TESCO's looking out here to make a show of himself, man. Like he was very fired up from that fight last night. So I was talking to him early, and he's looking to put on a show. He's looking to end this series on a high note. Right now, VEKTILE, 2 more rounds to work with. He's in his corner right now, rethinking things, taking that knee. He's got to come up with a new strategy, come up with a new way to fight if he's going to want to keep up with TESCO. Round number 2 underway. TESCO in the yellow trunks, VEKTILE in the gray trunks. And already starting off really strong.
Oh!
And there we go. TESCO with the early knockdown.
Damn. And I did not see that coming, but TESCO, you know, I thought that he was going to cook him for a little bit longer, but TESCO feeling real comfortable after that discovery round, which, you know, after rematches, a little bit of a different discovery round. It's more of a seeing, like, you know, how have you changed? But yeah, TESCO coming into the adjustment round, doing exactly what he needs, and he's really starting to piece him up with these nice combos.
VEKTILE's got to be careful, man. That was an early knockdown. TESCO's got a lot of time to work with in the second round. VEKTILE got to protect himself. Got to protect himself, bro.
I believe so. This is just a good example, right? Like, I think TESCO round 1 was brawling it out with VEKTILE and doing pretty well there. This round, he's really locked in, and he's using more of that boxing. And there it is. Good shots coming in. Crowd loving it. Are we going to see another knockdown? Is the TKO patch of 2-tap TESCO going to strike again?
Look, it might, you know, they say lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, but TESCO is too nice. He got the hands. Oh, no, and as soon as I did that, commentators curse, down goes TESCO. Let's take a look at that knockdown one more again in the instant replay.
That was beautiful effort from VEKTILE, right? After that onslaught that TESCO was giving him, all that stun face, just finding that beautiful counter shot. You know, if you're stunned, anti-spam's not there, but you can still get caught overreaching.
Yeah, 100%. And this is good for VEKTILE. He was able to take that round away from TESCO. TESCO's got him up against the ropes.
Oh!
And down goes VEKTILE.
And TESCO snatching that round right back like he snatched the taste out of VEKTILE's mouth right there with that clean little hook.
Man, that was smooth. That was real smooth. All right, back and forth, the pendulum swings. This is how this V5 damage goes in Thrill the Fight 2 VR. Man, TESCO one knockdown away from ending this right early and going to bed, but VEKTILE fighting back viciously. That's what you love to see.
Yeah, this is a really good match. Exciting stuff. That's kind of what I liked about V5, right? Even if someone's dominating, there's still a chance for people to get some really good shots in there. You know, and you know, play the right kind of strategy and just turn the whole fight around, right? VEKTILE knows he's definitely behind, but he's not out of this yet. He can get the knockdown. He just has to figure out if that was a fluke or if he can replicate that again.
Ooh, good body shot landing there by TESCO. Round number 2 coming to a close. And already the sparks are flying. VEKTILE showing a lot of life in that last round. But TESCO got that hot hands, man. Now let's go ahead and lock in with the chat real quick. I've seen some questions here. I do like to take the time in between rounds to highlight y'all for real quick. So, Frags Console been asking for the code, bro. I appreciate the enthusiasm. If you want to get the code, I gotta let you know that everybody who is fighting tonight has already signed up. This is a Discord fight night. If you do want to join the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord. We're gonna be doing sign-ups starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week. So we're going to be doing the stream starting at 5. It's going to be a new stream, a new day and age. So go ahead and join into that. The boxers who are fighting tonight are already filled up. We do not take fresh people coming in straight up off the streams. These are definitely predetermined fights. And so with that being said, we're going to get back to the third and final round here on our first match of this card.
All right, and already TESCO starting this one much like he started round 2 with a lot of aggression and some big heavy hits. Not that immediate knockdown though that we saw. Right now, definitely ahead on the scorecards. You know, possibly up 2, 3, maybe even 4 points. So VEKTILE looking either for an absolutely dominating round or that TKO.
All right, TESCO taking his time right now. He's got a lot of room to play with. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot. He does not have to rush the knockdown. He's comfortably ahead in the first round, comfortably ahead, I would say, in the second round as well. TESCO just needs to not do anything foolish to get himself opened up and expose himself to any kind of counter hits. He's been playing very well, very strong this whole time. But TESCO just needs to keep just active enough to win this third round, and he's got an easy night. But knowing TESCO solid, he's probably going to go for the gusto.
He may, but he is showing a lot of restraint. And this is what I'm talking about, of just kind of letting the strategy be, you know, part of your game plan, right? Or like the situation be part of your game plan, sorry. Right, TESCO knows he's up ahead, and so he doesn't actually have to pressure that much. He can let, you know, VEKTILE come in, and he just waits for those counters that he knows he can land. Yeah, this round going very well in his favor, and as the time drags on, not even knockdowns are going to be able to save VEKTILE.
Oh, absolutely, man. VEKTILE is getting absolutely pounded in this third round. Look at the face, man. Look at the wear and tear on the face of VEKTILE.
Yeah, this is getting pretty brutal, and that's the other aspect of it too that he's got to be careful. As that damage is racking up, TESCO is getting an easier threshold to knock him down in. And at some point, he will max out that HP.
No, 100%. TESCO working back to the body, trying to get VEKTILE to drop those hands. He's looking for that right hook that's been so good for him all night.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like with, seeing TESCO in so many of these fights, right? His game has really evolved. I love seeing how he's trying to set up shots instead of just being, an aggressive fighter or just a patient counterpuncher. He's really becoming a cerebral boxer.
Ooh. And the other thing I'm not liking to see from VEKTILE, man, we've seen that left controller time and time again throughout this match getting stuck. It's either a battery or a connection issue. That has been causing VEKTILE to be opened up for a lot of good shots from TESCO.
Yeah, and it's not for very long, but it's just enough that TESCO gets a wide open shot either to the liver or to the head. But VEKTILE surviving round 3 with no knockdowns, a pretty good moral feat in itself. Fighters giving each other a lot of respect. But here it is, TESCO 2-tapping his way to victory again.
And let's go ahead and take a look at the card. And we're going to talk to the chat a little bit. There we go. 10-9, 10-8, 10-9 for your winner out of the blue corner. 2-tap TESCO. Now let's take a look at the knockdowns. TESCO having a really good second round there. Most active round for the knockdowns for him with 2. VEKTILE pulling up with 1, making it a good fight. And let's take a look at the damage. And oh my days, the damage, ladies and gentlemen, staggering amount of damage coming down. 1,888 to 889. 1364 to 922, and then a staggering 2132 to 716 with a grand total of 5,384 to 2,527 for your winner out of the blue corner, 2-tap TESCO. Now we're going to go ahead and talk to the homies here real quick as soon as they unmute on Discord, but I'm going to take a little moment to talk to you guys in the chat. How y'all feeling about that first fight, man? We had a couple of people in the chat who were definitely feeling it, but there were some others who were like, you know what, I'm not impressed. You know what I mean? It could have been better, right? So chat, how are y'all feeling about that fight? How do you think about the performance from TESCO and VEKTILE? I also saw a couple of people asking, where's the code, bro? How can we get in? So the RIngsideVR exhibition nights are a predetermined card. We do signups every Sunday in the Discord. It's free to enter. You don't have to pay. I don't think there's any money matches in the VR world just yet. The one thing we don't do is we don't accept people coming in from the chat, mostly because there's no way we can really set that up and run the event in the way that we need to. So it's the first 30 boxers to sign up every Sunday. We drop the sign-up sheet. The sign-ups are going to go out next Sunday starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I promise you, by 3:02, the roster's already filled. Right, so y'all got to join the RIngsideVR Discord. I'm dropping a link for everybody in the chat here. And then make sure to keep an eye out on the server announcements. Every Sunday at the beginning of the day, we drop a server announcement reminding everybody where to go, where to look out for that form. It's in the exhibition signups. Our bot will drop that in. You fill out the Google form, be among the first 30 boxers. You're in on the card. So for everybody joining in today, $1 early. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout outs to everybody here, man. Shout outs to y'all. So let me go ahead and actually check in with the chat sphere just to double check and make sure that I'm not missing anything. So my multi-chat acting funny, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They be acting funny. All right, fellas, where y'all at?
Yo, what's good?
Yo, TESCO, man, another W for you today, bro. How you feeling about that win?
Yeah, I feel very good. Coming off a loss like that, especially to a good fight like VEKTILE, really told me that I need to start working on my form and technique more. So that's what I did.
Now, TESCO, a little bit about you, man. You're more of VR boxers come in 2 flavors, right? You got those who are IRL boxing, and they come home from the gym, and this is the video game that they play to work on their craft. And then you got people who just really like boxing. And you know what? They just want to throw some hands. It's a great video game. Tell everybody which side of the fence you're on.
I am just your average Joe. I just like watching boxing.
Oh, I think your microphone's messing up there a little bit, bro.
Am I good?
All right, much better.
Much better.
So yeah, no, I don't box at all. I just watch boxing. I enjoy boxing, so yeah.
A fight fan.
A lot of
indeed,
boxing. Yeah, I knew what I needed to do to come out tonight and win, so I've been working all week trying to work on my form, my defense. You know, shout out to Contour for giving me some lessons. Yeah, it was much help.
Coach Contour in the chat. Yeah, like look. So you worked on your game for this week, right? You prepared ahead of time. You came prepared. You worked with Contour. What were some of your keys to victory?
I knew with VEKTILE, he moves a lot. You know, on the back foot, on the front foot, he's very quick with his movement. So I knew coming in today, I needed to stay far. You know, keep my distance, and only go for the shots I knew I was going to land. Most of the time, I just swing and hope I land a good power punch. But yeah, no, this week, just working on my technique and on my distance, and yeah, it paid off.
Look, paid off indeed, man. Congratulations again for another W. At this point in time, bro, you're just gonna have to just recruit EU people yourself. You're gonna have to go in other Discords, find your boxers. You know what I'm saying? VIP chat, Clint in the chat. Shout outs to Clint for that wonderful trailer. And if y'all don't know, man, Clint in the chat, bro, he started his YouTube channel. Y'all go ahead and follow that man. You know what I'm saying? But yes, TESCO, appreciate you for coming through. You said you're not going to be able to commentate with us today, right?
No, not tonight, no. Unfortunately.
Right. Well, with that being said, bro, have a great night.
I just want to say,
and we'll see you.
Just want to say, you know, I just want to say, big props to VEKTILE. Appreciate him a lot, and maybe one day we can run it back again if he wants.
All right. Now, with that being said, let's talk to our next competitor, VEKTILE. Where you at, bro?
Hey, alright, super. Hello, Solly.
Sup.
Sup. All right, VEKTILE. Now you have faced You have faced two-tap TESCO in this series, man. You came up with the L, but you know, L, as I like to say, always stands for lessons instead of losses. You know, what was your inside POV from that fight?
Oh, you know, he was really going for it. It was an onslaught from my POV. Like, I was getting rocked. Like, man, it was a tricky fight for sure. Like, I had some moments where I thought maybe I could get a surprise knockdown in there, but like, he was like really disciplined. Yeah, that's the best one for it. Like, the defense was harder to crack now, like, for sure. So the training's paid off.
Oh, 100%. Shout out to Contour, Coach Contour, Rising Stars Gym here in RIngsideVR. So now that you've seen the trained TESCO, right? Are you gonna get in the gym? Are you gonna get some lessons from Coach Contour too now?
Yeah. Like, I'm happy to have some matches with people who are like on the room scale and they're having a good time with it. Like, you know, fucking fair play to him. Like, it's just, there was no cheese or anything to it. It's just, he was playing out with his mind, and yeah, fucking well played. Like, those are the type of people you want to be matched up against. Like, you're not gonna learn anything otherwise.
Absolutely, I agree. And so, VEKTILE, again, man, thank you for coming through today. A hell of a fight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for VEKTILE and TESCO. We're gonna go ahead and get on to our next battle, though. Solly, who do we got coming up next?